I'm Tracy Pa, and thanks for joining me for another edition of Scope. Tonight, we bring you inside the 9th Pacific Tuna Forum in Fiji, where tradition and innovation meet to shape the future of one of the world's most valuable resources, tuna. From the traditional welcome ceremony to inspiring speeches by regional leaders, this forum highlights the Pacific's commitment to sustainability, economic growth, and regional cooperation. Here's our special report, Guardians of the Blue Pacific.
Before the formal addresses and policy discussions began, the 9th Pacific Tuna Forum was honored with a traditional welcome ceremony, the Venga Rananga Ravi Vakavanua. This solemn ritual, central to Fiji's cultural heritage, signifies respect for its chiefly system and the guests of honor who have journeyed across the Pacific. Through the Gangalori Waka Mamata and Yangona Waka Turanga, through the ceremony, relationships are solidified, respect is honored, and goodwill is expressed. This ritual underscores the connection between culture and governance in the Pacific. The ceremony culminates to formal acknowledgements delivered to the guests of honor, Fiji's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation, Viliame Gavoka, who officially opened the forum. With tradition honored, the forum shifts to its opening addresses. Leaders and experts gather to articulate a vision for the Pacific tuna industry, one that balances economic growth, sustainability, and community empowerment.
It is my great honor to officiate the opening of the 9th Pacific Tuna Forum. I acknowledge with gratitude the Governor of Papua New Guinea for co-hosting this important gathering and InfoFish for the continued commitment to advancing the future of our region's tuna fisheries. The Western and Central Pacific Ocean accounts for nearly 60% of the world's tuna catch. This remarkable fact positions our region as the beating heart of the global tuna industry. Yet, beyond the numbers lies a deeper story, one of identity, resilience, and shared stewardship. For Pacific peoples, tuna represents not only a vital source of income, but also a symbol of who we are. Oceanic nations bound by a common heritage and collective responsibility. Our task is to manage these resources wisely so that they continue to sustain us and those who will inherit these waters.
Gavoka emphasized the importance of regional unity, sustainable management, and responsible trade, principles that guide the Pacific in both policy and practice.
I want to thank the traditional landowners of the site we are on for allowing us to participate in this very important meeting. The 9th Pacific Tuna Forum is more than a meeting. It's a vital platform for collaboration at a critical time. Our theme, resilience, innovation, equity, and sustainable trade for a prosperous future, could not be more relevant. As the Pacific Island nations, we are the custodians of a global industry valued at over $47 billion. We are increasingly focused on harnessing our fisheries, not just for food security and livelihoods, but as a strategic driver of our sustainable development in alignment with the 2050 strategy of the Blue Pacific continent. To secure our future, we cannot simply continue as before. We need to be unified in a transformative approach. At the heart of our discussion lies the approach, the East New Britain Initiative. This is our framework to revolutionize the tuna industry. it is our collective commitment to move beyond being mere suppliers of raw material and become true shareholders of our own resources, ensuring that the economic benefits of our tuna remain within the shores of our people. Investing in our local processing capabilities is the cornerstone of this transformation. First, it is our most direct path to economic stability and empowerment. Processing tuna locally creates not just jobs, but entire ancillary industries, from logistics and packaging to marketing and transportation. This creates a stable source of income vital for reducing poverty and improving living standards. As we invest in our processing capabilities, we invest in our people, fostering a sense of pride and ownership that empowers our communities to take charge of their economic destinies.
Wong's words resonate as a call to action. The Pacific must lead in sustainable fisheries, economic empowerment, and resilience. The opening ceremony blends tradition, leadership, and vision, setting the tone for the forum. Over the next 2 days, discussions explored sustainability, innovation, and the future of Pacific tuna, from economic development into scientific management, and from regional cooperation to global markets.
It is a distinct honor and privilege to address you all on behalf of InfoFish and the PTF 2025 Joint Organizing Committee. The Pacific Tuna Forum, now in its 9th edition, has become a cornerstone for regional and global dialogue, a platform centered on sustainable and equitable industry value chains, markets and trade, where knowledge and science informs policy, innovation drives transformative change, and where partnerships are forged in future-proofing the long-term sustainability of the region's tuna resources. The Western and Central Pacific Ocean, or Blue Pacific continent, produces more than 60% of the world's global tuna, underscoring the region's central role in global food security, trade, and ocean stewardship. The decisions or the discussions made here and the collaborations formed here will shape and future-proof the region's tuna industry, both today and tomorrow's generation. On behalf of InfoFish and the PTF 2025 Joint Organizing Committee, we wish you all a very engaging, productive, and inspiring forum in our common pursuit to a sustainable and prosperous tuna industry within the Blue Pacific continent. Venakavokaleru, thank you all geta, Kamraba, Malo Autito, terima kasih, thank you and God bless.
The stage is now set for day 1 of the Pacific Tuna Forum, where leaders, experts, and stakeholders will dive into the pressing issues and opportunities facing the region.
You're watching Scope. Still to come, PNG taking steps to maximize from tuna resources. We now go inside the Pacific Tuna Forum 2025, where leaders, scientists, and industry experts are shaping the future of the world's largest tuna fishery. From sustainable trade and technological innovation to protecting ocean resources and boosting local communities, the Pacific is setting the standard for a thriving and equitable tuna industry. Stay with us as we explore the challenges, opportunities, and innovations driving the Blue Pacific continent forward.
The Blue Pacific continent, a vast ocean home to some of the world's largest tuna stocks, sits at the heart of a global industry valued at billions. Yet, this oceanic bounty brings challenges as well as opportunities, balancing economic growth with sustainability, equity, and regional collaboration. The opening sessions set the stage, exploring tuna resources and supply chains at both global and regional levels. The Western and Central Pacific Ocean, known as the Blue Pacific Continent, is a model for fisheries management, combating illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, and advancing sustainability through partnerships and innovative standards.
Ministers said about the uniqueness of this region in that 60 to 70% of the tuna resources caught in the Pacific, in the Western Pacific, are caught in the EEZs of Pacific Island countries. And this is the major strength in, I guess, the sustainable management and development of this fishery, is that you have clear ownership and you have stewards of the resource. So at SPC, we basically work to support our Pacific Island member countries to ensure that they have the best available science, the most innovative science, to provide the information they need to make the right decisions in how they manage their resource.
This foundational science empowers Pacific nations to safeguard tuna stocks while building resilient, sustainable supply chains for the long-term benefit of local communities and the global market. With nearly 60% of the world's tuna harvest coming from this region, Pacific nations are investing in the hubs and spokes concept and the East New Britain Initiative, anchoring sustainability, equity, and resilience at the core of the regional tuna development.
Such meeting, I think, speaks into the essence of the work that we do in the region. It's about collaboration, it's about cooperative arrangements. Noting that this region, our ocean, represents over 30 million square kilometers of waters. It provides opportunity, but as well, it provides a challenge. And therefore, the importance of us, the crop agencies, partners, and member countries to come together to work on collaborative arrangement to ensure that our resource is sustainable into the future. We've done well in terms of cooperating with the SPC in providing the science advice, and for the FFA to work with our members in terms of developing management measures in line with the Tuna Commission. We're working through the East New Britain Initiative to ensure that our members retain the fish, which is retaining the value of the resource within the region. What less than 20% at the moment is captured within the region. There is room for greater collaboration and empowering our members to develop the fishery within.
Through collaboration, technology, and regional initiatives, the Pacific is not only protecting its tuna, but also retaining greater economic value within local communities. The global tuna market, valued at $47 billion in 2024 and projected to reach $67 billion by 2034, presents both immense opportunities and complex challenges. Regional leaders and industry experts discuss trade dynamics, consumer demand, investment, partnerships, and innovation across Europe, Asia Pacific, the Middle East, the US, and China.
This means a lot. This event being held here in Fiji means a lot to the government of Fiji and also to the Minister of Fisheries. Because of the current challenges that we are facing with our tuna fisheries, our industries are currently struggling with the catches that are caught in our waters, and also hoping that they will also collaborate with our Pacific Island country neighbors in allowing us to also fish in their jurisdictions, so that we are able to sustain the operations of the current processing facilities that we have here in Fiji, and also around Fiji. It is also important because it also re-emphasizes the importance of the blue economy framework for our fisheries, especially for the tuna stocks.
Through careful negotiation and cooperation, Pacific nations aim to secure fair trade, sustainable harvests, and a thriving tuna economy for the region's people.
One of the challenges that we confront is the use of huge subsidies by distant water fishing fleets that lead to overcapacity. It is according to statistics that we have at the WTO, at the World Trade Organization. The estimated annual subsidies is $14 million. So that is one of the reasons the Pacific Island Forum Secretariat is supporting the Pacific WTO members in the negotiations in Geneva to ensure that the rules that are going to be set by the World Trade Organization are targeting subsidies to those that are causing heavy subsidization and leading to the depletion of stocks, while providing the opportunity or the special and differential treatment that our countries like ours need to develop our own capacity to fish our own resources.
Technology is reshaping the Pacific tuna industry. Innovations, from satellite monitoring to advanced food safety and biotech, enhance efficiency, resilience, and sustainability. Value creation initiatives transform byproducts into high-value products, opening new pathways for Pacific Island communities.
Our Pacific home is 96% ocean. We hold the largest and healthiest tuna fishery in the world, supplying more than 50% of the world's global tuna. This vision in the strategy charts a course towards a pathway to ensure a resilient region of peace, harmony, security, social inclusion, and prosperity for our people, ensuring that they lead free, healthy, and productive lives. This forum challenges us to look beyond the horizon, to draw on our inherent strength and resilience as Pacific people, to drive innovation, to embrace equity and social inclusion, to accelerate sustainable trade, and most importantly, to define how we ensure that our valuable resources, this valuable fisheries resources, secures enduring prosperity for our people. Vinaka.
As the Pacific Tuna Farm draws to a close, the message is clear. Collaboration, innovation, and equitable trade are the cornerstones of a resilient tuna industry. From science to technology, policy to market access, the Blue Pacific continent is shaping the future of tuna, ensuring its people, oceans, and economies continue to thrive.
Drop a like or comment on this story later on the TV1 online website, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. As the Pacific Tuna Forum 2025 concludes, attention turns to Papua New Guinea's efforts to maximize benefits from its tuna resources. Initiatives like the East New Britain Development Framework and Special Economic Zones are transforming fisheries into engines of regional economic growth.
As Papua New Guinea positions itself at the forefront of Pacific tuna development, the focus is not just on the fish, but on the communities, economies, and regional partnerships that benefit from it. The East New Britain Initiative and Special Economic Zones are driving this transformation. Over the past 2 years, PNG has taken bold steps to maximize the benefits of its tuna resources. From regulatory reforms to structural changes, the National Fisheries Authority has set its sights on transforming the tuna sector into a major contributor to the national economy.
What we have gained out of this transform is that we have the entire Pacific supporting PNG in terms of the ENBI. And ENBI alone, I think, will go towards addressing resilience, will go towards addressing sustainable management of the tuna, and will go towards addressing the need to maximize economic benefits for people. This forum also confirms our leadership position in the region by bringing everybody together in a unified manner so that we start to move forward as one region. So for me, I think that platform has created that opportunity and to reaffirm our commitment as a bigger Pacific Island country to help our smaller Pacific Island countries, not to give them aid but to create economic opportunities like under the ENBI initiative.
The East New Britain Initiative framework encourages Pacific Island nations to collaborate rather than compete, pooling resources and initiatives to maximize economic value from tuna.
So if you look at the PIT initiative, what does Papua New Guinea bring to the table? We bring critical mass. We are the ones who have the most volume. So we are the ones bringing that fish to you, then you process it, you sell it to Walmart through the PIT initiative. And in other words, we're not dealing, the good thing with that initiative is that we are no longer dealing with middlemen anymore. We are going straight to the retail and to the value chain.
PNG is also preparing to enter commercial fisheries through a new state-owned entity, complementing the NFA's regulatory role. This is expected to increase revenue from tuna beyond licensing fees alone.
We will be bringing in 4 surveillance boats. That will be called fisheries patrol boats. In past years, we have been working closely with water police and defense force in policing our waters, but our waters is over 2 million square kilometers. It's a huge area, one of the biggest in the region. But if you really look at the IU activities, it mostly happens along our Indonesia, Western Province border, and up with Banemo. So those patrol boats will be based at our border corridors. And at the same time, we are building forward bases. The forward base in Dauro is I think 60% complete now. We are also trying to improve is our capability to monitor and ensure real-time reporting. So that's also one of the reforms that we have been rolling out under our ICT program, where we are trying to ensure that all our systems are near real-time.
From village fisheries to commercial operations, PNG's approach prioritizes both livelihoods and industry growth. The Coastal Fisheries Development Strategy ensures that all communities dependent on fisheries are included in national development plans.
The challenge is that we always do not get the real value from whatever that we own in the country. And so the idea is to try and progress downstream processing and the production of the final product in the value chain so that we can get better returns from what we own.
By keeping more of the processing in-country, PNG increases revenue and creates thousands of jobs, building local expertise and supporting coastal communities.
It simply says only one country that is involved in owning tuna fishery is not powerful, but we can come together and do all sorts of things. As a group, we become strong. And that's why the East New Britain Initiative is fascinating to us.
The East New Britain Initiative, championed by PNG, unites Pacific Island nations to collaborate on tuna investment, processing and trade, turning shared resources into regional prosperity. Through these special economic zones and regional partnerships, PNG ensures that wealth from its tuna resources benefits its people, strengthens local economies, and positions the country as a key player in the Pacific. From village fisheries to regional initiatives, PNG is charting a new course, one that values its people, strengthens regional partnerships, and turns its natural resources into sustainable growth for generations to come.
And that ends this episode of Scope. Visit the TV1 online website, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and leave a like or comment on our Scope stories this week. Thank you for your company. Good night.